It's time. How important, Greg, is it to a team's confidence to start the season strong?
Kevin, I think it means more if you're a young team. If your roster is filled with veterans, you're looking at the bigger picture.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. We've got Daniels. Miller is out there with Tyrese Halliburton. Then it's George. And it's McGinnis in at the 4 spot. And the shot goes down.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Now, here's George. Fires the 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
George against KD. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 to shoot. Up and in on the layup.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now, here's Halliburton. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. Out to Miller. Beyond the arc. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. This game against Indiana, the first time they've met this season.
Yeah, and they got the better of this matchup both times they faced off last season. Do they still have their number?
Well, the sample size wasn't that big. I mean, 2 games, not a lot to go on. But they are 2 teams at the top of the pile in each of their conferences. And because of that, I expect it to be competitive. You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
And, Greg, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively. But where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. Giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls, they've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior.
George with a fantastic look. Excellent job creating an easy opportunity for his teammate.
Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. The 3 from KD. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Miller, the pass to McGinnis. Haywood with the block. And here comes the break. Pulls it from the elbow. Again, Oklahoma City.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
And now we get a chance to check out Tyrese Halliburton, coming off a terrific season. He's averaged 20 points a game, 11 assists, and 4 rebounds. And always nice to have a guy like him who can really defend at a high level coming off the bench.
You know, when you can sub in a lockdown defender, that's a major plus.
And what I love about Paul George is the production year after year after year.
Indiana shooting their first free throws here tonight. They throw good, Paul George.
And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. And Greg, despite not winning Rookie of the Year, Holmgren had a historic start to his career.
And he would have won the award most seasons, but he obviously had some stiff competition. Regardless, he proved to be a versatile big man with star potential.
Now, here is Miller. After the miss from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Here's Durant.
Oh, my goodness! Come on now. Tell you what, when Durant is feeling it, he puts on some swagger. He's going to let you know he's got it going.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Nobody near George. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
Pass to Sigma. Outside, KD. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Allen, that's good.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Now, here is Miller. He has 6. From deep, George buries the long-range jumper. George has got 7.
And that'll serve George well in his career. Lightning quick release.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Sigma. Haywood kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Miller against Allen. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Halliburton. Sigma the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Count that one. 10 points for him.
He's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
Pass to McGinnis. Outside, George. No good with the triple.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Yeah, you know, you're kidding yourself if you think Durant is going to back down from the opponent. Man, what a strong finish there.
George is checked in for the Thunder. Payton comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Indiana also making some changes. Siakam is checked in for McGinnis, and Lewis subbed in for Halliburton. Last season, the Thunder finished as the 1 seed for the first time since 2013.
Yeah, and that was when they were led by the young duo of Durant and Westbrook. But they've got a new group of young stars now who are looking to bring that first championship to OKC.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. This break in the game gives us a chance to look at the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. Number 1, the Thunder. The Pacers 4th.
You know, both of these clubs forced a lot of turnovers and also converted offensively off of them. Very impressive.
Now let's go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Mark Daigneault. David?
Now, we spoke about the problems that Pascal Siakam brings to the table, and he told me Pascal is so good with room to operate, you need to find him in transition and take away space when he has the ball. Of course, that's easier said than done. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. And the shot goes in from Siakam.
And on the offensive end, Siakam is so efficient. He makes a constant effort to find the open man.
George sets the screen for KD. An easy 2 points on the layup. KD's got 10.
Well, you got to be in awe of what he's doing this quarter, actually destroying the opponent.
Miller outside. It's stolen by Allen. And here we go with Allen running it up the court. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. From deep, George trains the three-pointer. He's got 10.
And keep an eye out for George from deep. Tons of room to grow there.
Pass to Sigma. Allen right side. KD against Siakam. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. One of these Indiana Pacers play at one of the quickest paces of any team in the NBA.
Yeah, I love the fact that it's quite fitting considering the nickname Indiana Pacers. and they do set the pace. They love to push that rock, and they do it relentlessly, catching you before your defense can get set. It's a beautiful way to play. Tell you what, though, you got to be in great shape to make it work.
Now, here is Halliburton. Scoreless thus far. To the inside. Here's George. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Pacers trail by 7. Halliburton kicks to Lewis. Inside. Here's O'Neal. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Buckets, but he should have just gone straight up with it instead of trying to fade away.
Down low. Here's Holmgren. The basket good off the assist from Durant. And the Thunder lead by 7.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
An outstanding shot blocker. It's not just about Holmgren's length. It's about his positioning as well.
Hits it from three-point range.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Holmgren with a screen on Halliburton. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Oklahoma City out in front. They lead by 4. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far from the Thunder?
So far in this one, guys, it's been the shooting. In particular, from mid-range. That has been huge for them.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
So with George on the bench, here's who Rick Carlisle's going with. Halliburton is out there with Lewis. Then there's Danny Granger. Then it's Pascal Siakam. And it's O'Neal in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. There's the triple. Pacers with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
O'Neal outside. Back to Lewis. That misses, and a chance to tie it there. And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. And here we go. Fast break. Halliburton's got it. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. And the jam by Jermaine O'Neal.
What a nasty finish that was. O'Neal playing with a little attitude right now.
Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
Clock at 6. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Kemp. And here we go. Halliburton heading to the hoop.
Very good composure and control that time by Halliburton, not allowing that physical defense to affect his shot at all.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Halliburton. Shoots from 14. Pascal Siakam grabs the miss. Indiana leading. Pass to Granger. O'Neal outside. Back to Granger. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Hey, Clark, no one covers the college game like you. And for new pros, what are the biggest challenges adjusting to life in the NBA and the play itself?
Speed and size, Kevin. I mean, that's where it really starts. You've got to be in great condition, but the speed and size of the players at the NBA level is unlike any other basketball you play. Everybody in the NBA is big and athletic, and things are just played and done at a much faster pace.
He hits the second from the line. And with their offensive firepower, Have the Pacers, Clark, maxed out at that end of the floor?
There's still a lot of room for this team to grow offensively, Kevin. A low rate of free throws is something they can improve on, and a relatively low rate of threes and offensive boards. Those are areas that can get better. I think there's another level they have to reach yet.
Now here's Payton. After the miss from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Payton drives in. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Slashing through the lane comfortably. Payton takes pleasure in ripping the D to shreds on these drives.
Schrempf against McGinnis. Uses the glass to finish the layup. McGinnis has got the lead back up to 3 now for the Pacers. Haywood with a screen on Granger. And George kicks to Haywood. Over Siakam. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. And so here is Indiana. Pass to McGinnis. Now Granger, defended by George. McGinnis against Schrempf. And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
His mid-range shot is very solid. I mean, for some reason, the defense let him have it.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, DA?
Kevin, thank you. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an elite scorer. Coach Mark Daigneault said the sign of a good player is being a source of reliable offense. At the same time, he's learned to impact the game in other ways, and that's why he's a really good player. He's not just a hired gun scorer. Kevin?
Totally agree, DA. He is a franchise cornerstone type of guy. And we thank you for the report. Now, here is George, following the shot by Kevin Durant.
And now a chance to take a look at the numbers for Gilgeous-Alexander. Last season, he played outstanding, and he was top 10 in free throw percentage. Did not waste opportunities to convert at the line.
And looking back at his #2 steal rate, yeah, he did gamble a little bit. You're right. But he also played some hard-nosed on-ball defense, and that was key. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He had 35 points last game out.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm. You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Over in the corner, Allen. KD, that's for 2. And a great assist by Allen as that one goes in. Allen's got 3 assists now in this one. Outside, George. To the middle. Here's McGinnis. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in.
Tell you what, he does not miss many of those. He's usually a very strong finisher in tight.
Down low. Durant inside. McGinnis covering. Durant, no good. Indiana leading by 3. To the paint. Stolen by Durant. And George, here we go. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul.
That one on George.
And this coaching staff encourages George to stay aggressive because this is how he'll draw fouls.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Indiana.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
Oh, man, their mid-range jumper also has been on fire. Tough to beat a group of guys shooting with that much confidence.
Payton, he's checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And Indiana with a change here, too. Lewis is checked in. And he can't hit the second.
Usually free throws are a formality for him. I didn't expect that result when he stepped up there. Catches the defense napping there. Those plays can be crushing.
Pass to McGinnis. Outside, George. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And his game translates well to this level. George has a professional skill set at the offensive end.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight. And the Thunder making a switch here. Westbrook's checked in.
One shot.
nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Allen passes to Durant. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, it's a hard shot by Durant, but he makes the hard look easy. Stays focused in traffic there, even under heavy pressure.
For Oklahoma City, they have made 3 of their first 5 foul shots tonight. That free throw good from Durant.
Talk about a modicum of consistency. Kevin Durant has played at an elite level since he's been in the league, and that's a lot of years, and continuing to do just that.
Now here's Lewis. McGinnis with the screen on Westbrook. Lewis on the wing. He's covered by Westbrook. Here's Siakam. And that one hits back iron. And so Allen will bring it up for the Thunder. It's picked off. Siakam passes to Lewis.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Miller outside. They set the pick. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Thunder have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Westbrook passes to Durant. Back to Westbrook. The 3. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Lewis outside. To the inside. McGinnis. And the layup is good.
George McGinnis.
McGinnis has got 6 here in this quarter.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Picked by Haywood. Durant with a wide open look. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. The Pacers have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter. Up over 50%. Lewis with the 3. Good on the three-point shot. Lewis has got the lead up to 5 now for Indiana.
There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
Outside, KD. 36 seconds left here in the second. Trying to get open as Haywood.
Boy, that kind of throwdown by Westbrook gets the bench off their feet and excited.
Pass to McGinnis. And here's George. Here's McGinnis. He's covered by Westbrook. There's the double team with Westbrook. And Lewis has it in the corner. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Westbrook with it. Count that one. And it's now only a 1-point Indiana lead.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Puts up a deep 3. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Pacers lead by 1. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum line. They're measuring up the shot. It's all good. One more time. A round of applause for the participants.
Hello there, everybody. It's halftime, and right now the Indiana Pacers are in the midst of a good battle.
Total team effort. Instead of 5 starters, it's like they've got 7 or 8 guys getting it done. That's how good the reserve.
Taking a peek now. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Well, you know, in that first half, it was a common occurrence. He got to the stripe time and time again.
Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Allen. Then there's Haywood. And it's Durant, and it's Sigma in at the 5 spot. And that's who Mark Daigneault starts the second half. There's Miller with the 3. It's hauled in by Sigma.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Durant, the pass to Sigma. Now here's Allen for the lead. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 3rd assist on the night. Pass to McGinnis. Here's George. Some nice passing here by Indiana. And McGinnis kicks to Miller. Here's McGinnis. He's got 6. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Sigma.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by McGinnis. McGinnis has got 6 rebounds in the game. And George, here we go. The shot's good from McGinnis. McGinnis has got 9 points. Guys, what a back and forth game this has been.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the 3rd quarter. Allen, that's good.
That's the response from Allen, a 3 at the other end.
And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for Indiana. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media, but people in the know how good of a defender he is.
All right, fans.
And how about first, in terms of three-point shooting, the damage they do from beyond, maybe the biggest offensive weapon in our league.
And last season, everything started with their defense. You mentioned their #1 ranking in steals. The pressure they put on opponents was non-stop. Here's Daniels. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Sigma's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Inside. McGinnis against Haywood. And here's KD for 3. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Halliburton passes to George. Here's McGinnis. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 10. The shot by KD. No good. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Pacers obviously pushed the fast break. Tyrese Halliburton says the emphasis is getting outlets and running, playing fast. That's a good identity to have. It's a team that people want to play for, and it's a style you don't want to play against. You've got to be ready to play us. Kevin, the idea is for them to wear you down.
They fly, David. Baseline to baseline. They can really go. Gilgeous-Alexander against Halliburton. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Allen's got 9 points now in the quarter.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the trip.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
And here's George for 3. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
That last 3 must have bothered George a little bit. He goes to the arc with a purpose and fires off his answer.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Durant. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. The basket good off the assist from Durant. KD's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Hewitt against McGinnis. Pass to Halliburton. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. The Thunder pull it in. Back to Durant. Allen with it. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Indiana. Guinness has got 7 rebounds in the game. And here's Halliburton. He has 6. Here's McGinnis.
Oklahoma City foul.
George is checked in for the Thunder. Siakam is checked in for Indiana.
Substitution on the court.
And so here is Indiana. 4-point game. Down low. It's blocked.
I want to see more blocks from Sigma, given his huge size and excellent timing.
Allen for the 3. And it's Daniels with the rebound. Indiana's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Pass to George. Count that bucket. 20 points for George.
There is no slowing down Paul George. A volcanic eruption from PG tonight.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's hauled in by George. George has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Miller finds Siakam. And it's sent back by PD. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Durant. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
Reads the play well there and gets himself in the air at just the right time. Terrific denial.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. And let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see the teams that blocked the most shots in the NBA last year. Second, the Thunder.
And that defensive reputation has value in and of itself. I mean, by the end of the season, teams were afraid to take the ball inside.
Halliburton passes to Siakam. For the tie, Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
That free throw, no good. After exploding onto the NBA radar in 2019, Siakam Clark has been a sure thing on offense.
Well, you know what you're going to get from Pascal Siakam. I mean, whether it's in the open floor or in the half-court sets, he's a guy you can count on delivering when you give him the ball in those situations. His offense never takes a night off.
A big man who can score, rebound, and pass. This is why Siakam has become a huge piece of this team.
And George kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Tyrese Halliburton.
Nearly automatic. Gilgeous-Alexander, no slouch from the line.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Halliburton for 3. Wow, through the contact, and that 3 almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander. Tyrese Halliburton is flat out special, Clark. Yeah, you say it all the time. He is an absolute machine on offense.
He really is an orchestrator, a maestro of platinum-level capability. His turnover numbers, outstanding. He's a guy that flirts with the 50, 40, 90 shooting splits and is going to lead the league in assists, I think, the better part of his career going forward. That's how good he is. You love the seemingly endless energy that Halliburton gives his team, always pushing himself to deliver his best effort on every play, every day.
And he makes all three.
Seems like Halliburton is always looking to do a little more, always making the extra effort. That's fairly rare.
Bounce pass from Durant. Holmgren sets the screen for Payton. The three from KD. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Durant's got 6 points in the quarter.
Major dominance, and it comes so easily for him. Fantastic at getting to his spots on the floor.
O'Neal kicks to Miller. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Durant. Durant throwing down a sledgehammer.
What awareness from Gilgeous-Alexander on the defensive end. Finds a steal and starts a fast break.
And that's life above the rim. Courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Pacers trail by 5. Miller outside. Pass to O'Neal. And here is Siakam. Shot clock at 5. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Kevin Durant.
And right there, you see the impact of Siakam's length. So tough to defend once he gets to his spots.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots at the game right here.
And he was 73% from the line a season ago. Average number in that regard.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Sean Kemp, he's checked in for Holmgren. And Lewis subbed in for Durant. Indiana also making some changes. Artest comes in for George. And Lewis subbed in for Miller. Siakam hits them both.
Here in the second half, they have definitely made free throw making look easy.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Halliburton. Pulls up, high post. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 17 now. Pass to O'Neal. Over Kemp. Kemp it goes, and the Oklahoma City lead has got down to 3 points on the bucket from Jermaine O'Neal.
And I like the decision making. He's taking what the defense is willing to give him.
You know, more and more big guys in the league have that mid-range shot in their bag now, and they need it. Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Gilgeous-Alexander against Halliburton. Pass to O'Neal. Second shot opportunity. No good on the layup. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for Oklahoma City. He's at the quarter-century mark. 25 points for him in this game as they have looked to him over and over to make things happen. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this 4th quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball on the court for Indiana. They've got Lewis. O'Neal is out there with Pascal Siakam. Then it's Paul George, and it's McGinnis in at the 3. And here's O'Neal. He'll bring it up for Indiana. Lewis against Westbrook. Back to O'Neal. Over Allen. Another miss by O'Neal.
Take what's available. Use the fadeaway when the defender's there on you.
Pass to Allen. And slam dunk by Allen.
Boy, Ray Allen's bounce, I think, is underrated. This guy's more than a spot-up shooter.
Pacers trail by 7. Now Lewis. Outside, George. There's the drive. And there it is for him. George has got 22.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Ray Allen is on the wing. McGinnis covering. The baseline J. Again, Allen missing.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look. But when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Haywood with a screen on Lewis. Westbrook kicks to Haywood. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Every game Haywood plays, I wish good luck to whoever has the job of keeping him off the boards, because it's literally impossible. He is a driven player on the backboard.
The first free throw is good. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
And that one miss shouldn't be too costly because he was able to make it a 2-possession game.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Yeah, first turnover of the game. Overall, though, he's been rock solid. And, guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
The drive by Allen, stripped away. Lewis with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. Outside, George, back to Lewis. McGinnis with the screen on Allen. Lewis, pass to McGinnis. 6 to shoot. Ray Allen pulls it in.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Pacers foul. George McGinnis.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He knows every possession is critical now.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
Daniels is checked in for O'Neal. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
During that last break, Coach Mark Daigneault talked to his team. Now, his perspective was to play like we're behind. He said, that's the energy we need right now. We haven't won anything yet. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, David. Count the basket. George has got 4 points in the quarter.
Putting some energy behind his drive. That's a nice move by Paul George.
Haywood with a screen on Lewis. Payton up top. Lewis covering. To the right side. Here's Payton. The Pacers pull it in. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Siakam misses. Thunder have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. George passes to Haywood. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Lob pass to George, and it's George finishing it off.
He is one of the most athletic players we have, and Paul George, an absolute beast around the goal.
Outside, George. falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
And George looking to score inside whenever it presents itself. I like how this man attacks the game.
Payton passes to Sigma. To the paint. Here's Allen. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
No hesitation, no fear in Allen. I mean, he'll go right at those big fellas.
That's good from Ray Allen.
And they didn't shoot it very well from the line in the first half, but they've gotten much better since halftime, and it's helped them to secure the lead.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Paul George. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Payton. Miller's checked in for Indiana. Halliburton comes in for Lewis.
Boy, Ray Allen's accuracy just off the charts. I mean, you think about the time and effort and energy he put into being that good a shooter. Boy, it really speaks to his dedication.
And a wide open look for Halliburton. And a great assist by Miller as that one goes in.
What a big-time play by Tyrese Halliburton, simply putting his team on his back.
Durant for 3. Durant drains it from distance.
They're giving him a little too much space out there. That's his 3rd triple since halftime.
Outside, George to the middle. Here's Daniels. Second chance shot. Off target with the jump hook.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
As crafty as they come. George has lots of experience when it comes to mixing up defenders.
Throw good, Paul George. And both free throws good for Paul George.
This is what makes him special, his ability to come through in these spots.
Outside Durant. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Halliburton. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Indiana trailing here. Here's George. And it's George finishing it off.
Zone in. George leading, no doubt.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 1:49 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Durant against George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The basket good off the assist from Durant. 21 points for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. And clearly an important junction. He's going to have some choice words with his team. 1:37 left in the game. Halliburton feeling it out a bit. Pass to Daniels. Out to the right wing. To the inside. And that one is stuffed right through.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points in the quarter.
And where some feel stressed, Gilgeous-Alexander feels strength. Love the confidence from the young fella.
Bounce pass, Halliburton. Out to Miller. From deep, George. It's hauled in by Sitton.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Money!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Pass to McGinnis. Miller outside. And here's George for three. Yes! And that shot brings them to within just one.
Shot after shot, one after the other. PG, Paul George, making it happen.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Oklahoma City now. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Halliburton passes to McGinnis. Oh, missed it. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making them.
15 fouls.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 seconds.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. We're both at the line. It's a 3-point game.
That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the 3 to tie.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Fourth personal foul. Team is in the penalty.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
Good composure from the line there. Those shots sealed.
And here's Miller outside. No good. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge,